Aloha and welcome to Randy's Kitchen. Today we are going to make crazy good Furikake Daikon Spam Musubi. I guarantee you that when you take this to the party, it will be the rage of the night. It's very simple. The ingredients are spam, nori cut in half, takuwan, pickled daikon, furikake, Tamari Soy Sauce, and sugar. First thing you do is get the spam out of the can. I like to cut my spam into 5 pieces. Then I cut the 5 pieces into 3 pieces each. It's a little different from the typical spam, but as you watch the video, you will begin to understand the process. Next, I wrap my bamboo roller in clear wrap. And I wrap it 2 times. First one in one direction, and then I turn it in another direction, and I wrap it. And this way, it doesn't come out when you start rolling. But if you're only rolling a few, then you really don't have to wrap it more than 1 time. Now we can start frying our spam. I put a little bit of oil in a pan, turn it up high, and I add my spam into it. Don't worry if the pan's not hot because it'll heat up quick enough. So it takes about 6 minutes total to brown it. And I let it brown and I turn it and wait about 1.5 minutes and turn it. As it cooks faster, and I turn the heat down to medium high towards the end or the middle way, and then I put it on a paper towel. Then I'll wash off the pan, and then I will put the cooked spam back into the pan and turn the fire up high, adding 2 tablespoons of my teriyaki mix of 1 part sugar, 1 part soyu. And now you set your fire on medium high, letting the spam simmer in the teriyaki sauce. As it starts to thicken and turn black, you take it off the fire. My dad used to do this with Vienna sausage, and it used to taste oh so good over hot rice. Next, you take a 1/2 pound ball of rice and you make it a little oblong and you put it on your nori and you spread it around, trying to make it as even as possible, especially around the ends. Okay, and now that you've gotten your rice nice and even, you take the whole thing and you flip it over, being sure to line the nori up with the edge closer to you. I like to put my takuwan or pickled daikon on first, then my spam, and a generous amount of furikake. Don't be too cheap with the furikake. If you don't have furikake, don't worry, it will still taste good without the furikake. Then I grab my roller and I start rolling, making sure to tuck the edge in and press gently, a little firm, but don't squish it like you're trying to choke it. And then I hold the edges and I pack the edges in. And for good measure, it does take a little practice to make the sushi nice, but do not worry, it will taste good no matter how it looks. After you roll about 10 of them, you'll be a pro, so don't give up. As you can see, I have made 3 of them. Now I cut them in half, then I cut the half in halves, and then I cut the half in halves again. So I end up with 8 pieces. And after you finish cutting it all up, you get a nice plate and you plate it up on the plate. And then, of course, you top it with a little bit more furikake. And for this video, I did a little bit of sriracha, and it came out so very delicious. I recommend that you try. Part 2 of this video is how to cook rice. We are using 2 cups of Japanese medium grain Cal Rose rice. This is 2 cups of rice, and you add a little water to the pot and you stir it around. Get all that powder, usually it's cornstarch or something like that, to keep the bugs off of it. And then you gently pour the water out, trying not to spill the grains as much as possible. And then you swish it around and you fill it with water and you drain it. And you do this for 3 times. Why 3 times? I don't know. This old Japanese lady taught me when I was a young kid. That's just how I do it. Anyway, I like to use a strainer to drain all the water out so that my measurement is correct. So as you see, I put it in a strainer for a minute or so and let the water drain out. Now I've done washing the rice, and I measure 2 1/4 cup of water. You want a little more water than rice. This is for regular rice, or if you're making musubis or the Spam Musubi. I put the pot on the burner, I turn it up high, and I set the timer for 10 minutes. If it starts to boil over, lift the cover up and turn the fire to medium and put the cover back on. When the rice starts looking like it does now and you see most of the water gone, it's almost done. At this point, you can turn it down to medium low for 5 minutes, and then you turn the fire off. But the easiest way to do this is to get yourself a rice cooker, and they have them all the time at the thrift store for really cheap. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you for coming to Randy's Kitchen, and please press the subscribe button to keep up on all our new videos that we produce. Aloha!